My name is Pamela. I'm from DuPont. I look after our seed businesses across Africa for both Pioneer and Pana. The question I'm going to deal with today is how can we equip our smallholder farmers to help them to be more resilient? And over the last few days, we've heard many definitions of what resilience is. The one that I looked up talked about resilience being an ability to withstand challenges, whether these challenges be as a result of climatic or natural or social or economic shocks. But I would like to summarize the big challenges that our smallholder farmers face as a lack of access. And I will talk to it in 4 parts. So whether you're talking to access to finance or to capital or to working capital, that's one. The next one is access to high-value inputs, whether you're talking to improved varieties of seeds or you're talking to fertilizer or any other form of technology, access to irrigation equipment. The other one is access to knowledge and information, whether you're talking to appropriate agronomic practices or extension services which are normally supplied by government. And the last one, which is the 4th one, is really around access to storage equipment and access to markets, and particularly access to the right prices in the market. So DuPont is a science company, and at DuPont, we believe that there is a science to feeding the world, and we believe that science will play a critical role in helping us to address the issue of resilience for smallholder farmers. Fundamentally, we have 4 main tenets that we believe can help us to address the issue of farmer resilience. The first one is that science unlocks, that science is universal, but solutions must be local. We believe that while science is universal, solutions really must be tailored to address the local issues around climate, around soil, around agricultural practices, traditions, transportation, and infrastructure. So solutions must be local. The second one is that collaboration unlocks the solutions that science provides. We believe that the issues that we are faced with are so big and so multifaceted that no one country, never mind company, can address them alone. So we say that we should collaborate with NGOs, with government, the private sector, the public sector, to be able to come up with solutions from the people that have the know-how of what's happening on the ground to big multinational organizations who have the skills and the specific expertise required to solve for some of these problems. Thirdly, we believe that science must become local knowledge. And we say know-how must be put in the hands of the people and the places that need it the most. And we do this by working hand in hand with local communities to be able to transfer knowledge. And finally, our solutions must be sustainable in the truest sense of the word. And this can only be done if the problems are defined in a very localized manner and we collaborate broadly for solutions, and then we bring the know-how to bring to bear those solutions locally. So with that as a backdrop, I wanted to discuss 3 key points that I think we can take away from this forum of what we might do to help our smallholder farmers to be more resilient. The first one is around aggregation. Everybody here understands that we work with millions of smallholder farmers, and this is not an easy task. There's got to be a way for private sector, public sector, NGOs and others to come together to find a way to aggregate our farmers so that we can access them to be able to give them whatever it is they need, whether it's inputs or whether it's finance or knowledge or access to markets. There's got to be a way of aggregating our farmers. Secondly, we need to be able, between us, to forge unique collaborative relationships. As I said, no one company can do it alone. And there's a lot of efforts out there by different people, including DuPont, to solve these problems. But we're finding that unless we pull these together and make them more impactful, then the efforts are too small and too disparate. So collaboration is key as we go forward. And then governments obviously need to provide the right environment for investment in technology, investment in research, investment by the private sector, and to enable the smallholder farmers to thrive. On the other hand, I believe NGOs and others can do a better work of coordinating the efforts of the different people that are trying to play in this market, trying to help the smallholder farmers. And then lastly, I think we should be inclusive of the smallholder farmers when we do these forums and when we craft solutions. We should include them. A lot of the smallholder farmers are women. We should spend time talking to women, trying to understand what the issues are that they are faced with, that they are trying to deal with, and make sure that we include technology and we educate them on technology as we craft solutions for them. Now, the moment I say technology, I know people run to GMOs. I believed in stepped adoption of technology. We can move from farm-saved seed to OPV, from OPV to hybrid, from hybrid to other forms of technology. For me, technology is adoption of better varieties of seed. If you look at drought-tolerant seeds or nitrogen use efficient or water efficient seeds, all that is technology before you get even to GMOs. Technology includes the use of fertilizer, the use of irrigation, the use of mechanization in our fields. Technology will include the use of better agronomic practices than what we're seeing today. And I say technology includes the use of cell phones. There's so many of them out there to find information on markets, to find information on farming, planting dates, and all that kind of stuff. We should use inclusion of women, inclusion of smallholder farmers, and inclusion of technology as we find solutions for our farmers. We hear very heartwarming stories here in Ethiopia of farmers who have adopted hybrids from farm-saved seed and have managed to increase their yields from 1 metric ton per hectare to something like 5 metric tons. From that, they're able to keep something for themselves to feed on and then use the rest to sell, to educate their children, build their houses, and open a shop to serve their community. That's what I call a commercial smallholder farmer. So I really believe that we need to leverage science and technology to be able to help our farmers to become more resilient. By working together, we are able to transform our smallholder farmers from being subsistent to being commercial smallholder farmers who are resilient. Thank you.